One of the biggest updates in Brawl Stars history. 30 new skins, 3 new game modes, a new environment, new modifiers in the map maker, new interactive tiles, 10 new gadgets, and 2 new brawlers. One which literally attacks by throwing money and making it rain. So basically, yeah, that is how he is going to be attacking people. Bruh.
I was just trying to be like my boy Griff.
So let's start off with the brand new brawler, Buzz. He is a dinosaur lifeguard in a dinosaur-themed water park. Sound familiar? Yeah. So Buzz is a chromatic brawler, which means that you will find him on the paid side of the Brawl Pass, which if you're going to be purchasing the Brawl Pass, I would really appreciate it if you would consider using my code LEX. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help support me, my family, and this channel. Keep making the content that you enjoy. Now, Buzz has 5,880 hit points at max level, which means he's a little tanky boy. He's a little thick boy, and he likes to get up close and just go nuts. He's blowing a whistle, but in the Brawl Talk, they said that he actually was throwing punches. So is it sound? Is it punches? We're not sure, but he throws a flurry of those that deal 588 damage per hit, and just a bunch of them. So it's like, or... Now his speed does seem to be a very fast speed, and the range on his shot is about 3 tiles in a decently large cone. Now for his star power, this is where it gets a little interesting because there are a couple different possibilities here that I can see. First off, and the most likely, is that this big huge dotted line around him is his star power. It has to deal with his star power. You'll notice that at one point Sandy comes into range of Buzz and you start seeing the animation under him, which means he's charging up his super. Now another possibility here is that this dotted line comes on the base level. The level 1 Buzz has this as well, and that it automatically charges up your super. And then his star power could be another thing that also interacts within this big circle. We're not quite sure. They haven't told us yet, but as soon as I get all that information, I'll be sure to share it with you. So be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. His super is also really cool. What he does is he takes his little life buoy and he throws it at a brawler or a wall or some sort of object. And when he hits it, it'll pull him to that object. And when he gets there, he stomps the ground and it stuns everything in that area, including Jesse's turret. It stuns that at one point. So not just brawlers, but there's spawnables as well. Now this stomp doesn't deal any damage, but it will give him a head start to go ahead and start beating down on the enemy. Now we don't know what trio Buzz is a part of. He could be a brand new trio, or what was my guess originally when I was doing predictions on Buzz was that he would be part of the Star Park Workers trio with Stu. I don't know the actual name for it yet, but they're like workers, or people that work in the attractions or are part of the attractions there in Star Park. The second brawler coming in the update is Griff. Now Griff is a little bit more straightforward than Buzz is. He's got a pretty long range attack, and he is throwing coins that he has stolen from a tip jar out of the gift shop. Shame on you, Griff. You're supposed to be a manager and you're robbing from your employees. He's going to be an epic brawler. He has 4,760 hit points at max level. His speed looks to be normal, and the damage is 308 damage per coin, and he shoots 9 coins per shot. Now they do spread out as he attacks, so the likelihood of you hitting all those coins is going to be greater the closer you are to your opponent. You're probably not going to hit all of those coins the further they are away. If you do hit them all, that's like 2,772 damage if you hit all 9 coins, and that is a lot of damage. Now for a super, like I said in the intro, he literally makes it rain. He throws out 5 bills and they spread out in a huge fan, and then they'll come back to him. Now the further the enemy is away, the more damage it will do. The damage numbers on this super are not completely known because we do see it hit a couple times, but we're not sure if we saw the max damage at max range. But the damage, varied from 780 per bill to 1,192 per bill, depending on how many hit him, because at one point you saw 2,400 damage, and that's when 2 bills hit him at a decent range. So we're not exactly sure how high that damage can go, but we saw it go up to 1,192 damage per bill. This super looks really good because it takes quite a while to go out and come back in, which is just a huge area denial effect, or it's almost guaranteed damage on somebody because it's so broad, as well as it functions somewhat like Carl's attack, where you could throw it out and then strafe over, and those bills will come back over the top of a wall and still, be able to return to you. Now, if they hit a wall going out, as you can see, they get stopped and immediately come back. So it's a pretty interesting attack. Griff will be available in July. There will be a challenge where you can actually get Griff for free, but you have to win the challenge. And if you don't win the challenge, well, then you'll be able to get him from boxes about a week later. Now, both of these brawlers, I will be doing a full-on 1v1 versus every other brawler, which should be really interesting because I think that they're going to do pretty decent. So we'll see how that goes, but be sure to subscribe so that you can see all of that action very, very soon in these next sneak peeks. Now, what's a new update without a bunch of new skins? How many new skins, you ask? How about 30 new skins? 30. Yeah, that's a lot of skins. So let's go over these really quick. I'll tell you, about the skin and whether it's going to have custom shot animations and custom winning or losing animations, at least from what we can tell. Again, I'll have more info on that later. On the last tier of the Brawl Pass, we are going to have Born Bad Buzz, who is part of a band, which we will cover the other band members here in just a second. And Born Bad Buzz is going to have full-on custom animations for everything. Next up, we have Surfer Carl, which looks like a dope skin, and as well, shot animations, super animations, winning and losing. He's going to have it all as well. We don't know any dates on any of these skins when they're going to release yet. Again, don't want to say too much, but stay tuned for all that info. Next up, we have Dino Leon. Now, we can't tell if there's going to be custom shot animation because we don't see it, but I'm going to assume that there probably will be. But looking from the little side animation, it looks like he will have custom, like winning and losing animations. Then we have Beach Time Mortis, and again, we can't really tell anything because it doesn't show it much, but the model looks really awesome. Rosa is also getting a new skin called Coco Rosa. Now, we can't tell if it has custom shot animations, but looking at the preview there, custom winning and losing animations, yeah, she's all like, yo. Jet Ski Jackie also has custom animations for everything, as well as Whale Watch Nita, the Supercell Make winner. Those look really awesome. Speaking of awesome, if you're hungry and you like Lou, well then we're going to get a Burger Lou skin. Looks like he's throwing french fries as his shot animation, and his super is like parts of the burger ingredients swirling around. It doesn't look like he has any kind of custom winning or losing animations, or at least yet. Everything is always subject to change in these videos. Next up, we have a Greek god for a skin. We've got Hermes Max. This one looks really cool. The shot animations are like little wings with like discs off the end of it. It looks really awesome. And then a free skin, Mega Box Daryl. You guys have probably already heard about that. No custom shot animations, winning or losing animations, but he is inside of a Mega Box, and that appeals to the gemmer inside of me, as well as you get it for free. Yeah. As I mentioned, Born Bad Buzz, which is kind of a tongue twister, is part of a band. And of course, guitar playing Poco, also known as Trash Poco for this skin. That skin looks amazing. It looks really good, which I assume that there's going to be a custom winning and losing animation because of his animation, as well as his shots are like stars. Those are awesome. And then we have Wicked Stew, which we can't really see too much on it other than the model, which looks cool. And then we have Vicious BB. Doesn't look like any custom animations. It cuts off right before she throws her super, but it does look like a really cool model. You'll be able to win this one through a challenge, or I'm assuming buy it again later if you don't win it in the challenge. We have True Silver and True Gold skins for Colt and Mr. P, and then there is a massive 13 skins that are going to be associated with the Latin America Master Cup Challenge. You're going to see them on the screen here, but they're going to be various ones for different clubs, in that Masters League, but they're going to be going on Shelly, El Primo, Colt, and Dynamite. That's a lot of skins, and I'm going to buy every single one of them using code LEX. There is a new environment called Velocirapids Water Park, and it looks really cool. I guess that there was going to be a dino and water park theme mixed together, and that's exactly what we got. The actual environment looks really cool. It's almost like pastel and soft looking in some areas, but there's some waterfalls, and then there's like little floaty dino stuff, and then there's some surfboards. One of them says like Rad Boy on the right. I'm not exactly sure. It's kind of blurry, but like Rad Boy or something. I'm not sure, but it's a really cool looking new environment. Not only a new environment, but 3.5 new game modes. Okay, so 3 real game modes, plus Present Plunder is coming back, but they're calling it like Trophy Tees or Trophy Teams. I don't know. I couldn't understand Danny.
Trophy Tees.
It's Present Plunder, but you're carrying a trophy, not a present. But let's get on to the real brand new game modes, and they look really, really awesome. My favorite one has got to be Basketbrawl. Come on, who doesn't want to play Basketbrawl? It looks like the goal is moving really like back and forth, and you've got to shoot the ball into the goal to score a point. I guess first one to score a few points wins, and the map's like really small, so you like spawn and like blow each other up and shoot basketballs. It's going to be a good time. But there's also volleyball. This one also looks pretty interesting. You just kick the ball to the other side. The other team can't let it hit the ground, and if they do, other team gets a point. First team to get as many points wins. It looks pretty cool. There's like a little flashing, area and like an X and then a check mark. All I know is that I want to play some volleyball and some basketball. Sign me up. And then the last of the brand new game modes doesn't look as fun to me, but I'll hold judgment until I actually get to play it, which I'm going to be doing some collabs with KT and OJ with these new game modes. It's called Hold the Trophy. So you basically just grab the trophy, and while you're holding it, you go really slow, and the team that holds the trophy for the longest cumulative time is going to be the winner. Now, not a new game mode, but Knockout is going to be permanent. They are going to get some new maps for Knockout and then probably make some changes as well, but Knockout is here. You guys liked it so much, it is here, and it's going to be sticking around. Now, one of the things that I am most excited for are modifiers in Map Maker, and not just your traditional modifiers like Meteor and, Energy Drink and Robo Boss, because those are all there too, but we've got some brand new modifiers that have never been seen before called Fast Brawlers and Supercharge. You can picture everybody on the entire map running really fast, charging up their supers really quick as well. It's going to be chaos, and I'm going to love it. Turn all of them on and let's go. But it gets even better because we've got 5 brand new tiles to incorporate, and not only into the map maker, but they'll show up in game as well. Like we saw on the Knockout, those spikes coming up that like when you hit them, it dealt like 500 damage or so. That's going to be cool, but you can use these in the map maker in addition to the modifiers. Let's cover the new ones first, and then I'm going to show you the potential outcome to all of this. 5 new tiles. One of them is a healing tile. I assume that if you stand on it, you get healed. One of them is a slowing tile and a speed tile. So I'm guessing that like if you walk on this patch of tiles, it slows you down. You walk on the speed tile, it speeds you up. Fast brawlers, speed tiles. Oh, that's going to be quick. And then, of course, we have the spikes, like I just mentioned, as well as gas. Now, it doesn't look like this gas actually moves at all. It's just stationary. I think that this is just the first step in them being able to place the gas, and then you can tell it which direction you want it to move. You can have some really cool, interesting effects in Showdown, like all the gas from the bottom pushing everybody towards the top, or from the inside to the out. I don't know. It's going to be really cool. But yeah, 5 brand new tiles for us to play with and on. That is going to be really fun. But this is what's going to happen. And this is what's going to happen. Everybody's going to make a map with all of this stuff just going nuts. So everybody's going to be running fast, charging their supers while dying to life leech, getting energy drink, fighting robo bosses, and having meteors fall from the sky all in one game mode. It's going to be pure chaos, and I cannot wait to play it. I am totally going to do that as soon as I'm able to show you what these are like. And maybe there's some limitations that I'm not aware of, but I want this. We're almost to the end here. Bear with me. There is 10 brand new gadgets. Now, they didn't show them all, but they showed snippets of a couple of them. Like, for instance, Sandy has one where his next shot is going to do something. Same thing with Stu. Now, Ruffs drops like this air barrage of shots. Like, it's like a super, but like smaller ones, and they're everywhere. And they did like 700 damage per drop. It looks really awesome. And then Spikes. Oh my gosh. Spike sprouts up another little cactus that you can use like as a wall. That's what I'm assuming. It's like a little wall, cactus wall that you can hide behind. That one looks really funny. How useful it's going to be, I don't know, but I think it's really cool. And then a couple miscellaneous items as well. They did say that all brawlers are going to be getting an additional rare pin, which I hope that this also fixes the problem where you can't open any pin packs because you've got all the pins. I know that's a first world problem, pay to win, but I can't open pin packs anymore because I got them all. So hopefully this is part of that solution that addresses this, or maybe it's a temporary band-aid, I'm not sure, but everybody's going to be getting, extra rare pins in their arsenal, as well as some other brawlers are getting more animated pins. And then they briefly mentioned that the Championship Challenge rewards are going to be revamped. What that means, I'm not sure. Are they going to take away the star points and give you, gold maybe, or addressable power points, or mega boxes, or I'm not sure what it's going to be. We'll have to wait and find out. Championship Challenge rewards are going to be revamped. Woo! that is it. That's everything that we know so far that's going to be in this update. Once again, be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications so that I can get you all of the information as soon as Supercell lets me share it. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. So until the next sneak peek, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out. I don't know.